Welcome, everyone, and thank you for dedicating your valuable time to this meaningful discussion today. We are living in an era brimming with information, accelerated pace, and constant change. Every day, we are surrounded by sensational headlines, work pressures, societal expectations, and personal anxieties. Like a small boat amidst a vast ocean, we are constantly buffeted by waves of emotion, anxiety about the future, anger over injustices, sadness from loss, or an incessant craving for what we don't have. I believe that deep within every heart, every mind here, there is a burning desire, more profound than wealth or fame, the desire for true inner peace. Peace is not the absence of problems. It's the ability to keep our minds undisturbed, unshaken, even when problems inevitably arise. Could there be a state of mind, a philosophy of life, that helps us achieve this lasting tranquility, even transforming turbulent waves into calm waters within our souls? Today, we will together decipher an ancient yet incredibly potent concept, a precious gem from Stoic philosophy, often regrettably misunderstood and even prejudiced against. That is apatheia. Upon hearing the word apatheia, many might immediately think of indifference, apathy, coldness, lack of concern for everything, a glacial wall untouched by emotion, a hardened soul. But I assure you, that is not just a misunderstanding, but a severe one, overlooking a treasure trove of wisdom and inner strength that can transform our lives. Apatheia is not the absence of emotion. It is freedom from harmful emotions. It is not indifference to life, but loving life in the deepest, most complete, and steadfast way possible. In the next hour or so, we will together strip away these layers of misunderstanding, so you can see the true meaning, the genuine beauty, and the latent power of apatheia. Etymology and pathos in Greek philosophy. Let's start from the root of the word. In ancient Greek, apatheia is formed from two parts. The prefix a, meaning without, absence of, and pathos. This easily leads to the interpretation without emotion. However, we need to delve deeper into the meaning of pathos within the context of Stoic philosophy. Pathos is not all emotions in general. The Stoics were very precise in their classification of emotions. For them, pathos refers to strong, negative, irrational, harmful emotions, arising from mistaken judgments about the value of things. They are excessive, unbalanced reactions that disturb our inner peace and prevent us from living a rational, virtuous life. Identifying common pathos we often fall prey to. Let's list some pathos that perhaps all of us have experienced, and how they steal our peace of mind. Anxiety, a persistent fear about the future, about bad things that might happen but haven't. We worry about money, work, loved ones' health, things outside our control. Anxiety is like a mind-grinding machine, preventing us from living fully in the present. Anger, an explosion when things don't go our way. Anger at traffic, colleagues, government, even inanimate objects. Anger is like a burning fire, making us say and do things we later regret. Distress, grief, not natural sorrow, but an inescapable drowning in suffering. Feeling helpless, a victim of fate. Why me? Everything is awful. Greed, lust, an incessant craving for money, power, material possessions, or fleeting pleasures, always wanting more, never feeling enough, leading to a vicious cycle of dissatisfaction and disappointment. These emotions, when unchecked, become cruel masters of our souls, pulling us away from the path of reason and virtue. Apatheia is not apathy. Understanding Eupatheia, the good emotions. So, do the Stoics advocate for us to freeze our hearts? To become emotionless robots? Absolutely not. The Stoics do not propose eliminating all emotions. They still experience and cherish what they call Eupatheia, good, rational, balanced emotions. arising from correct judgments about value and aligned with reason. Detailed illustrative examples. Love and compassion. When you see someone in need, a Stoic would still feel compassion, a desire to help, Eupatheia. They act with kindness and humanity. But they don't allow another's pain to turn into anxiety or despair that paralyzes their own actions, Pathos. They understand they can help, but cannot control the outcome or another's suffering. Joy and happiness. When you achieve success, a Stoic still feels joy, satisfaction, Eupatheia, but they don't cling to it. They don't let that joy turn into complacency, arrogance, or dependence on external things for their happiness. Sorrow and loss. When a loved one passes away, we feel sad, tears may fall. This is a natural and human response, Eupatheia. Apatheia does not mean you smile when a parent dies. It means you accept that reality. You don't drown in excessive sorrow. You don't torture yourself with, what if, or, why me, thoughts. But calmly face it and seek healing. Redefining apatheia. Freedom from emotional shackles. So, having dispelled the misconceptions, we can define apatheia most accurately. Apatheia is the state of freedom from pathos, independence from strong, irrational, self-harming emotions. Imagine life as a ship. Pathos are the heavy anchors, the ropes tying you to the dock of anxiety, anger, and suffering. Apatheia is the act of cutting those ropes, raising the anchor, so your ship can freely sail on the ocean of life, no matter how stormy it gets. It is not indifference, but complete mastery of one's inner reactions to all external events. It is the ability to keep one's mind undisturbed, not swayed by things outside one's control. Apatheia, the pinnacle of reason and virtue. For the Stoics, apatheia is not an end in itself. It is the natural outcome of living a rational and virtuous life. It is the state achieved when one has deeply practiced Stoic principles. Negative emotions, according to Stoicism, arise from mistaken judgments about value. We ascribe too much power to external things, money, fame, health, other people, considering them the source of happiness or suffering. When we focus on what is truly within our control, our thoughts, actions, attitudes, and accept what is not, we gradually free ourselves from the chains of pathos. Reason will lead the way, and apatheia will naturally emerge. Quote from Epictetus: "It's not events that upset us, but our judgments about events." This quote is key to understanding apatheia, the transformative power of apatheia in life. So, what does apatheia bring to our lives? It's not just an abstract concept, but a tangible power, capable of transforming your life from within. Clearer and more effective decision-making. Imagine facing a critical decision at work or in life. When your mind is not clouded by fear of failure, anger from criticism, or greed for immediate gain, you will have a clearer perspective, making rational and optimal choices. Lasting inner peace. This is the greatest gift. Life will still have difficulties, but you will no longer be swept away by waves of anxiety or unnecessary sorrow. You will find an oasis of peace within your own soul. No matter how chaotic the external world becomes, this peace does not depend on external circumstances. Extraordinary resilience in adversity, job loss, relationship breakdowns, business failures, illness, these are inevitable. A person with apatheia will face them not with denial or despair, but with acceptance, analyzing what they can do, and moving forward. They are not knocked down, but learn to get up. Enhanced empathy and kindness. When your soul is not consumed by negative emotions, you will have more space for love, understanding, and compassion. You become not only better to yourself but also kinder to those around you, because you are no longer blinded by pathos, like envy or anger. Living fully in the present moment, no longer worrying about the past gone by or the future yet to come. You will be fully present in every moment, You cherish what you have, enjoying every breath, every living moment. Apatheia is not the absence of life, but life experienced in its fullest and most authentic way. Apatheia is a skill, an art to be cultivated. Apatheia is not a state you suddenly achieve. It is a skill, an art of living, requiring consistent practice, much like learning to play a musical instrument or master a new language. It is the result of continually applying Stoic principles to daily life. We won't become perfect overnight, but every day, every moment of awareness is a step forward on this path. Specific tools and practices from Stoic philosophy. So, how do we begin this journey? Stoic philosophy has bequeathed us invaluable tools. Let's explore them. The Golden Rule, Dichotomy of Control. This is the foundation of everything. Before every event, every emotion, pause and ask yourself, is this within my absolute control? If not, let go of the worry. Example: you're stuck in traffic. You can control your attitude. Listening to music or a podcast. Your calmness. You cannot control traffic volume. Others' actions. When you realize this, frustration and anger, pathos, will automatically diminish. Practice. Write down 2 columns daily. Things I control, and things I don't control. Focus your energy on the first column. Assent, judgment. When an event occurs, it's not the event itself that bothers us, but our judgment about it. Learn to pause and examine your judgments. Example: your boss criticizes you. Automatic judgment, pathos: my boss hates me. I'm useless. Examination: is this criticism valid? Is there anything I need to improve? Or is my boss just having a bad day? Don't rush to believe the first negative thoughts. Practice. When negative emotions arise, write down the thought and ask yourself, is it true? Does it help me in any way? Evening reflection. Each evening, spend 5 to 10 minutes reviewing your day. Marcus Aurelius did this. Questions: what did I do well today? What mistakes did I make? How did I react to difficulties? Is there anything I can improve tomorrow? Benefit. Helps you identify your emotional reaction patterns, allowing you to adjust and grow. Negative visualization. This is not to induce fear, but to mentally prepare and appreciate what you have. Imagine the worst that could happen: losing your job, a loved one, illness. Benefit. Helps you prepare psychologically for unavoidable misfortunes. And more importantly, helps you realize that what you have, health, work, family, are invaluable gifts, not to be taken for granted. Voluntary discomfort. Occasionally, challenge yourself with small discomforts: a cold shower, skipping a meal, walking a long distance instead of driving, wearing simple, old clothes. Benefit. Builds endurance, reduces dependence on comfort and convenience, helping you realize you can live well with less than you think and without too many external things. Patience and self-compassion. Remember, this journey requires patience. There will be times when you stumble, when negative emotions still creep in. The key is not to be overly critical of yourself. Treat yourself with compassion, learn from your mistakes, and keep moving forward. Every day is a new opportunity to practice. So, apatheia, a concept seemingly cold and distant, is actually a profoundly humane and powerful philosophy of life. It is not a cold steel shield freezing the heart, but the purity of the soul, a state of freedom from the shackles of negative emotions. It allows us to love more deeply, act more courageously, and live a life that is truly complete and authentic. It is tranquility not out of indifference, but out of a deep understanding of the nature of life, of what truly matters and is within our control. Apatheia is not about feeling nothing. It is about feeling the right things, at the right time, to the right degree, and always maintaining equanimity in the face of life's every twist and turn. Inspiring message and call to personal action. In a world brimming with chaos and uncertainty, Apatheia is not just an idea. It is a survival skill, a guiding lighthouse, an inner strength that each of us can cultivate. Do not let old misconceptions rob you of the opportunity to experience this peace and power. I hope that after today's talk, you will begin to view apatheia not with skepticism, but with curiosity and a yearning. Embark on this journey of discovering apatheia. Begin cultivating that tranquility right now. Because when we master our inner selves, no external challenge can truly defeat us. You will become the architect of your own soul, building a strong fortress of peace against all storms. Seek peace, seek strength, and seek apatheia within yourself. Thank you all for listening. May you all be steadfast and at peace.